Hey guys, it's Ashlyn, and today we're going to be going over the Nokta Makro PulseDive. So let's go ahead and get started. This video is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. Nokta Makro just makes incredible tools. I wanted to talk about my favorite one here, which is the Nokta Makro PulseDive. Hopefully in the future they'll sponsor a video, but let's go ahead and talk about it. Before we start talking about functionality, let's go over its physical attributes. You can either get the pinpointer as is, like this, or you can also get a diving coil that slips onto here. That coil is very helpful for diving. Also, if you want to go diving, make sure you have the right end cap. This one is meant for land. You can see the holes in it. It comes off like that. There's one you can get with no holes, and that's for diving. When it has that, it's rated up to 200 feet or 60 meters. And to charge it, just take off the cap like I showed you and plug in the included cord. When it is charging, the light will be flashing red. And when it is done charging, both the red and green lights will light up. If there are any problems during charging, the green light will flash. When you turn on the device, the lights will flash red and green once for a full battery, green for a half full battery, and red for a low battery. So mine is full. To turn it on, you hold down the power button here. Now for tuning your device, the manual says the device automatically retunes itself when it is turned on. Therefore, keep the device away from metal objects while powering it on. If you are going to use the device on wet beach sand or on highly mineralized ground, it is recommended to turn the device on by placing the search coil on the ground, or to turn the device and retune it over the ground. Although this results in a slight loss of depth, it provides a more stable operation. In case you need to tune it once it is already on, just press the power button once and it's retuned. Just make sure it's not near any metal when you do so, or else you will have a loss of depth. Now for the detection modes. To change those, you press the F button, which is the middle button here. There are 3 separate modes: audio, vibration, and audio and vibration. I like both, but it's up to you, and it also depends on circumstances. Like if you need to be quiet, you can change it to just vibration and connect your headphones to your metal detector. So that way you've got the vibrations of this, but you can still hear your metal detector. You can connect the pinpointer to the headphones, but I never do. I always find it's easiest to do the headphones to the metal detector. So I'll show you to go through the modes. So it's vibrate and beep. It just vibrated. It's just the beep. But I like both. There's also a red light you can turn on by holding and pressing down the A button, which is the 3rd button. And then turn it off again. So, for the purposes of the light, I will go ahead and turn off the vibration so it doesn't annoy you. But you can see the light there. Now if I turn it off, it doesn't light up. Now for sensitivity, there are 5 levels. To change these levels, press the A button while holding down the F button. So, hold down F, press A. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's 5. If you're getting false signals, it could be the sensitivity is too strong for the soil type you're currently in. If so, just reduce the sensitivity and check the hole again. Another great feature is the lost alarm. After 5 minutes of not coming in contact with a target, it will beep, and it will also light up this LED right here. This is also a good reminder in case you have your pinpointer with you and have forgotten to turn it off, because the worst thing besides digging up someone's power cables is having your pinpointer die on you. You never want this thing to die on you. It is a very, very vital piece of equipment for metal detecting. In fact, there's been some cases where I forgot to bring it and I almost quit because I couldn't find anything in the hole. Thankfully I didn't, because I found a clothing button from the 1800s, but it was way, way harder than it should have been if I had this with me. Now for the frequency shift. This is very helpful if your metal detector and pinpointer are next to each other and making a lot of noise. To change the frequency, press the power button while holding down the F button. Just like that. According to the manual, there are 40 steps in frequency shift. The central frequency, which is the factory default, is indicated by double beeps or vibrations. Lastly, there is a flashlight feature, but I never really use it. To activate it, you hit the A button, and then it lights up right there. And to turn it off, just like turning it on, just hold the power button down. And it beeps to let you know that it powered off. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would give this device a definite 10. It makes metal detecting so much easier and a lot more fun because you're not trying to scan a tiny hole with a big old coil, and it is so much easier to help you find those small targets. It is certainly a necessary tool for any metal detectors to have. Something else I'd like to note, if you put it in a hole and say my pinky is the target, and just like this, it'll beep the fastest. But if you also go down too far and like lean towards it, it'll beep fast too. So make sure you're always pointing around the entire hole to find your targets. Something else I forgot to mention was the speed of the beeps and flashes, or vibrations, shows you how close you are to a target. This is looks like a tin cup. I'm not really sure what it is, but I found it a while ago. So when it's far, it beeps a little bit. When it's close, it beeps, vibrates, and flashes very quickly. And it can do it from any angle. But it's always best to go straight towards it. That way you know exactly where your target is. Thanks so much for watching. I really hope you guys have found this video helpful. If you have any more questions about the pinpointer, please leave a comment down below and I'll try to answer it. I don't know everything about them, but I will do my best. Please like, subscribe, share these videos with your friends, and I'll see you on the next one.